everyone, welcome back to Ask Nutritionist Deepa's quick, easy, flavorful recipe videos. And today I'm going to show you another freezer to the table recipe using everything that I have in my freezer and the pantry. Everything using stuff from my freezer and the pantry. Today I'm going to make cauliflower black pepper masala. Quick stir fry using frozen cauliflower, using some fresh tomatoes which I don't have. I decided to recycle some of this organic ketchup I have, just a little bit left, Kashmiri chili powder, garam masala, and we are going to ride on the flavor of black pepper in this particular recipe for the spiciness as well as the nutritional value of black pepper, and some shelled edamame. Edamame are the green soybeans which are really good for hormonal balance or re-establishing hormonal balance. So again, every ingredient in here along with some onion is going to add the flavor, the texture, and going to help me make this dish in less than 15 minutes. So let's get started. So skillet here is getting warmed up. While it's happening, let me tell you about using the frozen vegetables, the advantage of it, convenience and saving time. That's it. And maintenance of nutrients. What more you want when you are eating healthy, correct? So this cauliflower is not store-bought, in the sense this is not a frozen packet of store-bought cauliflower, but the cauliflower that I had chopped up and didn't have time to use it, so I just stuck it in this box and put it in the refrigerator. Now when it's time to cook with frozen vegetables, you want to make sure that you are not defrosting them and making them mushy. We want to maintain that texture just like the raw vegetables would have it. So therefore I'm not going to defrost that. I just took it out from the refrigerator or the freezer and going to start cooking. The only fresh ingredient that I have today is these onions. So let's start by stir frying the onion in this skillet. Now while onion is being stir fried, let's talk about the nutrient density of this particular dish. With cauliflower in it and onions in it, it's a low calorie dish. 70-80% of these vegetables are water. However, they are packed with specific nutrients. The white color fruits and vegetables have anti-cancerous phytochemicals and antioxidants and polyphenols. So what more to ask for from a food which is low in calories and high in nutrients? The shelled edamame, same thing, they are frozen. These are fresh soybeans that are being frozen. Always use the soy product which is organic or at least non-GMO. Very important. Now while this onion is being stir fried, I'm going to go ahead and add the cauliflower. Because cauliflower is going to bring the temperature of the skillet down. So you want to make sure you are doing this on a high flame. And again, this dish is low calories because we have not used any oil in it. Now, free oil or extracted oils are the #1 reason of inflammation and pretty much every chronic disease you can think of, starting with arthritis, diabetes, MS, any kind of cardiovascular condition, and weight gain. So learning to cook without oil is the #1 skill you want to acquire when trying to eat healthy. So this is going to get cooked for another 3 minutes or so. Now to this, I'm going to add some edamame. Now let's talk about edamame. As I mentioned, edamames are these fresh soybeans. They are found in a pod of a soybean. I'm using organic for obvious reasons of not getting extra chemicals in. But the benefits of edamame are tremendous. From the hormonal point of view, they mimic the phytoestrogen, so they are going to be good if you are going through a menopause or perimenopause, or even to reduce some of your menstruation cramps and stuff like that because of the estrogen component of these edamames. I'm just breaking these things up here. Now you can add more edamames you want, or you can add just little, doesn't matter. The point is to make sure that we are consuming calorically low but nutrient dense foods on a daily basis. Now one quick tip when you are cooking with frozen vegetables is that when they are in the skillet, you don't want to pile them up on top of each other. You want to spread them out so that all the moisture evaporates and they get cooked evenly. Now if I click through this, it's still not done, but it's not going to take too long. It's getting there. Another 2 minutes. Now if you feel that the vegetable is not getting cooked and it looks pretty dry, then you may want to take or sprinkle just a little bit of broth or even water to add little more moisture to create some steam. Okay, in fact, it's not a bad idea, because that way you are going to get all this brown trimming that is stuck to the skillet and get that flavor in. So just sprinkle a little bit of broth or water and continue the cooking until the cauliflower, you can cut through it so that it won't be chewy. Oh, it's getting there. It just needed a little bit of moisture. That's all. Now we are going to start layering this cauliflower edamame mix with some really nice flavors and heat, starting with some ground up black pepper. Now I have lots of black pepper because I do some recipe development and I get these different ingredients to work with. So I have truckload of pre-ground black pepper, and I'm putting a very generous helping of black pepper because that's going to be the main flavoring agent in here. And along with black pepper goes turmeric, because they work in a synergetic format where they improve the absorption and anti-inflammatory function of each other. So once you add the black pepper and turmeric, just give it a stir. Oh my goodness, this black pepper is of really good quality, with the smell, the fragrance, the flavor is just coming through very nicely. And I don't want to add any cayenne pepper in here, but just a little bit of Kashmir chili powder for color. Again, this is also not a must. I think just this stir fry as is going to be delicious, but I am determined to use my leftover organic ketchup, so I'm going to add a little bit of water in here, rinse it and pour it in. And you can completely skip adding this ketchup in here. I'm just adding it to add a little bit of tangy, just a different flavor dimension to this. I think this is going to go really well with some rice as I'm getting the flavors together. And that's really all to this recipe. You can cook it for another couple minutes, but as you can see, this was an easy freezer to the table meal with all the flavors, all the nutrients. The only thing that was compromised was time, that we all can afford to compromise on, and this was done in less than 15 minutes. I was able to use what I have, and off I go. Now you can make it a little more saucy if you want. It really depends on how much you like the flavor of ketchup. I just added just enough to add another layer, a little bit of tanginess, sweetness from the ketchup. But otherwise, this cauliflower edamame black pepper masala is done. But again, this cauliflower black pepper masala with edamame is done, and it smells delicious. It looks amazing. It's going to be flavorful. One extra ingredient I forgot to add was that garam masala, so I'm just going to sprinkle just a little bit on it. You don't want to add too much to kill the flavor of the black pepper. Just add it in, and technically you can also skip, but I think it's going to go well with the black pepper and the ketchup and the onions. So we can say garam masala is optional, but let me tell you, after adding the garam masala, oh my goodness, the flavor has gone to another level. So it may be worth it for you to add it. Again, a very simple dish to have it with rice, millet, potatoes, pita, chapati, roti, or as is. Thank you again for watching. Thanks for your comments and your support, and I will talk to you guys soon.